everybody, Frank Chen here with REIClub.com, your link to creative real estate. Today I got a quick new video for you on cheap alternatives for your rental property investments. Now, like in all my videos, everything I talk about I include in my description below. Simply click show more and you can follow right along. So as a landlord and real estate investor, we're always faced with the question of whether or not we need to replace something or update something. Now, depending on our budget, this may not be as easy for some. Now, let's talk about some of the focal points in a rental property and really ways you can save on costs and but still get kind of the rent that you're looking for. So I've broken this down into 6 focal points, areas of the home, starting with the carpet. Now, do you need to replace it versus cleaning it? Now, for my landlords, investors out there who are dealing with properties with pet problems, pee problems in the carpet, sorry to say, you're more than likely going to have to replace those. But for the ones that have, just severely stained, maybe just dark, the smell is manageable, I would highly recommend hiring a carpet cleaning service. Have them assess the problem and see if they can fix that or if you need to replace it. The reason why is you're looking at either a $200 to $300 cleaning versus a $2,000 to $3,000 replacement, depending on the size of your home. So that's just something to keep in mind. Cleaning goes a long way. I had a property, I thought I had to replace it. The cleaning actually was sufficient enough. Saved me tons of money. Focal point number 2, say you do have to replace your carpet. Carpet versus wood and tile. For me, I'm always looking for ways to replace carpet with wood or tile. There are cheap alternatives. Carpet, of course, is more popular in bedrooms, but laminate and tile are pretty much good everywhere else in the home. I would say avoid vinyl if at all possible, except in bathrooms or areas with water. I would say stay out of the kitchen with vinyl. Go with tile there. Some investors do think that carpet tends to be warmer, and then tile and wood tend to be colder. I think that's due to preference, but wood and tile are becoming more modern, and of course stained concrete are growing in popularity as well. Just tearing out existing carpet, using the existing concrete, stain it, it lasts longer, great for rentals, and it is also affordable. Okay. Focal point number 3, kitchen appliances and washer and dryer. My philosophy is regardless of how it looks, if it works, keep it. For most homes, washer dryers do not come with the property. For any reasons your property ends up with one, just make sure your tenants know that, hey, it doesn't come with the property. They do work, but for any reason they do break, you're responsible for the replacement. Now, if it's washer and dryer, stove, again, if it works, keep it. If it breaks, I'll either fix it or replace it. What comes with the home will either get fixed or replaced. What is not part of the home, you're responsible for. It's very important you make that clear, okay? Now, you don't have to upgrade to stainless steel appliances immediately just because of what people say. Assess the location, your neighborhood, and getting by with normal, cheap appliances is good enough. Again, some cheap alternatives. Used appliance wholesalers sell theirs around 30 to 40% off, and they work perfectly fine. They get them from new apartments that are looking to update to stainless steel, so you get last year's model for really cheap. And again, look into that. Number 4, let me piggyback on number 3 is also for any concerns like that, there are also washer and dryer rental services, monthly fees, $25-$30 get you a washer and dryer per month. So pretty affordable. Number 4, kitchen countertops and cabinets. Okay, now depending on the year built of your home, you may not need to replace them. It also depends on the condition. Cheap alternatives are laminate countertops or wood countertops. You don't immediately need to jump to granite. It's not 100% necessary, but if you do, it is not as expensive as it was before. Now, some cheap alternatives are for cabinets. Also, repainting and refinishing them can make them look brand new. Changing the knobs, brand new. Few hundred versus a couple grand. Cheap alternatives for countertops are used countertops. When they remove granite, the entire slab from other properties, they try to resell those at a discount. You can look to shop for those. Cabinet wholesalers, if you're looking to replace cabinets, don't go to a retailer, go to a wholesale like a warehouse. You can buy last year's model for very cheap. Number 5, focal point number 5, landscaping. Now, most important thing here is that you just have the grass cut, bushes and trees are maintained. And remember, mulch goes a long way. Just go to Home Depot, buy a few bags of mulch, pour them into the flower bed, spread it around. Looks like a landscaper came through, covers up the weeds, covers up that ugly stuff underneath the plants. Clean up trash around the house. Very important. Bottles, chip bags, whatever you see around your home. Clean that up. You don't have to spend a ton of money on landscapers to plant flowers, plant trees. They get pricey. Understand, what are your limitations? Where's your property located? Don't do more than you have to, okay? Clean and simple curb appeal goes a long way. Focal point number 6, your bathrooms. Now, if you see a dirty bathroom, dirty tub, don't immediately think that you're going to have to replace all these things. A bathtub replacement is very pricey. So hire a contractor, get a quote, or bring in a contractor, get a quote, a cleaning company, see if they can just do a little tile replacements, maybe regrout the bathroom, have your cleaning company clean up the tub. You're saving yourselves a ton of money. $200-300 to get that taken care of versus a couple grand to get it completely torn out and replaced, okay? Again, Home Depot, actually a pro tip here. Home Depot, some big box stores will hold monthly sales of last year's model. Old model are trying to liquidate out. You can get some kitchen faucet things, tubs, things like that for really cheap. Ask your big box stores when these sales go on. Definitely go in and start building an inventory of this stuff. It'll make your life a lot easier. Now, those are the 6 main focal points, bedrooms, bathrooms, flooring, outside curb appeal, things that really help get your property rented and make your rent tenant's life more easier. Now, in many situations, people will jump to the conclusion thinking they're going to have to replace as their first option. That's going to get really pricey. You should not think that way, especially for your rental property investments. There are many cheap alternatives you can use to save money, but at the same time, you're still able to maintain a good quality for your tenants so they're living comfortably. Now, the only time I've ever considered, replacement or updates are for my tenants who have been with me for several years. It's my way of saying thank you. And of course, I know their track record, so they're going to take care of this stuff, so when they move out, my next tenants can enjoy it as well. So do keep that in mind. Now again, guys, thank you so much. My name is Frank Chen. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, go ahead and sign up for our newsletter so you can keep you informed of what's going on with real estate around the nation as well as your neck of the woods. You also get some really cool bonuses. Again, it's free to sign up. There's tons of articles, resources, and tools you can check out. We encourage you to do so. For my YouTubers, please do me a favor and like the video. It really does help us out, of course. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep you informed when brand new videos just like this are posted. And for my newcomers, feel free to check out some of our videos right over here from previous weeks. Please enjoy them. And again, thank you guys so much for your continued support. I look forward to talking to you next week. Take care, good investing, and bye-bye.